friends, welcome to today's video. If you're new here, my name is Rachel, and today we are making some sequin shakers using these amazing frames from Vicky Boutin's Discover and Create collection. And I've already used a bunch from this pack, and you can see there's still so many more there. It's crazy. This pack of frames is amazing, and you can do so many things with it. I've already made scrapbook layouts with it. I've made obviously shaker frames, so there are just so many options for this. And I am using the sequin mix that I made for Vicky. Her and I actually live really close to each other, which is kind of cool. So I met her a little while back. We collaborated on some mixes over the last year, like collaborated our brains to make a mix, and this is the one I came up with that you'll see here, and it matches this collection perfectly. I'm just so thrilled with how the sequin mix came out. I love it so much. And I do have some extra mixes in my shop, racheltallman.com. If you want to get your hands on this mix or any other mixes, you can use code YouTube 20 for 20% off. I believe Vicky has this sequin mix in one of the kits on her website. So if you want to get more than just a sequin mix and you want to get elements of the collection, please go to her website. I'll have her website linked down below, and you can go ahead and do some shopping. So I'm just using some acetate here and cutting out the appropriate size pieces. I'm going to cut out two of each, like two for each frame. So I'm just kind of like making sure that they are the right size. There are many different ways to make sequin frames. This is the way that I decided to make this sequin frame, but there are many different ways that you can make yours. I have some pieces from the collection that I'm going to use to embellish these frames as well, and you can use these frames on scrapbook layouts, happy mail, gifts, anything. There's a sequin mix. I'm obsessed with it. I think it's so pretty, and like I said, matches this collection so well. So what I did with the acetate is I sewed around enough, so there was like a little bit of an opening. So I'm going to pour some of the mix in and just going to make sure it like fills in the frame pretty well. And I thought it did. So I'm going to sew that up. And the sewing doesn't have to be perfect because it's going to be covered by the frame. So I'm making it like pretty flat, but you could also use some foam strips and then make it a little bit more dimensional, and you have more room in the shaker part. But this is just how I decided to make mine. It was just easy for me to do it this way, and I like how they turned out. And I really want to make like little bookmarks. This inspired me because this one is like long and thin to make some bookmarks. I have in the past, and that was really fun, but I want to make more. I just think it would be so pretty to have like a collection of bookmarks for sale on my website, of course for myself as well, but using my sequin mixes, I don't know, I just think that'd be fun. It's been something I've been thinking about for a while, but when I made this, it really like, I could envision the bookmark and to put like a fun tassel on it too that matches the sequin mix, so it's something that's in my brain that I would eventually like to do. But I'm just going to trim up the loose threads, not loose threads, but the threads that are hanging off, and just trim everything to make sure it's good to go. Okay, so yeah, I think on the circular one, I used wet glue because it would just be a little bit different for the difficult with the tape. But I think for the other ones, I used tape adhesive. I think it'd be cool if you had two packs to do like the front and the back with the same frame, and then you could like, I think that would be really cool actually. You could like use it, like you wouldn't have to, well I guess if it's on a scrapbook layout then that would be kind of pointless, but if you were using it like just as like a sequin shaker to display or whatever, or to gift someone, or I don't know, like a tag or something, then it would be cool like if it were double-sided, but it works just fine this way too. So yeah, this adhesive is really strong. It's from Scrapbook Nerd, which is a Canadian scrapbook shop, online shop. This adhesive is fantastic for projects like this where you need it to be really strong and make sure it doesn't move. But of course I sewed everything shut, so you're not worrying about sequins falling out or anything like that. But You just want everything to be able to stick properly with the different materials and things like that. So with this, you're also going to trim off the little edges as well so they're not poking out. So I'm going to trim those up in a moment as well. I kind of skipped over the adhesive part because I think you get it by now, but look how cute that would be if it were a bookmark. I think that'd be so fun. Anyway, gonna trim all that up and make sure it looks all nice and orderly, and then we're going to embellish it. I have the foam stickers here. I have the letter stickers. What else do I have from this collection? I have the stamps, but I'm not using the stamps on this. I feel like there's something else that I'm going to use today, but I can't remember off the top of my head now. I filmed this a couple weeks ago, and now I'm doing the voiceover, so I can't remember. I think I grabbed some enamel dots and gems from my stash, though, if I'm not mistaken. This piece is perfect for the bottom because it's nice and long. I think I end up keeping it. Now I feel like I changed it. Like I said, this was filmed a few weeks ago, so now I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I think we end up keeping it. It was a nice long foam piece, so I thought that would be perfect for that little film strip kind of thing. And I really wanted to use some of these letters. I think these letters are so fun and unique and different, and like they really go well with this collection. Like they really suit it and the vibes of this collection. I always say this about Vicky Boutin collections, but her collections just seem so usable from my experience. Like you can tell that Vicky herself scrapbooks or makes mini albums or whatever, because everything is so usable. There are some collections out there that I'm like, how am I ever going to use this piece, whether it's like giant ephemera or it's like a panda in a dress. I know I joke about that a lot on here, but like some pieces I'm like, where am I ever going to use this? Like it's pretty in the packaging, it's beautiful aesthetically, but it's hard to actually use it when you like try to put it on paper or in your project. But I always say about Vicky Boutin's collections that her products are always so usable, always so craftable. They just make sense to me. So anyway, I'm embellishing here, and I just love how these turned out. I think they're so adorable. The little paper clips. I added these gold hearts from my stash. They are Maggie Holmes, I believe. And just adding some layers on top of that. These look really cute on top of a gift, or like I said earlier, kind of using it as a little bit of a tag, like to dangle off a gift bag. Or of course on a scrapbook layout. I did like a grid style scrapbook layout with these frames a couple months ago when I was doing my daily crafting challenge, and I loved that. But here are the close-ups of all the frames. Like I said, links will be down below if you want to get the sequin mix. I just love how perfectly it matches this collection, but obviously you can use it for so many other collections and projects as well, and I can't wait to play with these. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!